going on, guys? It's Trevor Plays here, back again with another My Hero Academia character discussion video. And obviously, this is for, you guys know the title of the video and the thumbnail of the video. It is our resident energized goofball of the class, Mina Ashido, the Ridley hero, Pinky. And yes, I know it would be a lot better if I was wearing a pink shirt, but the closest thing I could get was from her costume, which is purple and turquoise, and this is a turquoise shirt. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I got from blues to turquoise. I thought I had a purple shirt, but I don't. So there is that. I know that this video would be a lot better if I had a pink shirt, but I don't. So sorry. But let's get right into this video. This video is actually probably going to be one of the shortest ones out of the top 10 of my favorite characters, and obviously we are here at number 7. Mina Ashido is my 7th favorite character. I will get into that later on at the end of the video, actually, towards the longest part here, which obviously you guys know is the relationships with other classmates and other people. But there is one person that has a long 2 or 3 paragraph thing relationship that she has with somebody, but I will get into that when we get there, and a few other things, but let's just get on with it. So her quirk, we all know, is acid, and well, it's pretty simple. She shoots acid, and she can slide on acid, and she can, you know, shoot acid out of her hands and all that. So she's pretty much, well, the acid type you know, user or whatever. And also she tried to get her name to be Alien Queen as her superhero, and Midnight said no. But yes. Next we have her abilities, which is enhanced reflexes, which we have seen she is very flexible. So her I guess that doesn't make any sense. Reflexes don't really go with being flexible, but sometimes they do. But yes, she is really good at reflexes. I don't know any other way to rephrase that, but yeah, there's that. And another thing is her dancing talent. We'll learn this later on in the story towards the UA Cultural Fest arc, which I like the arc. I like it because it's more of the slice of life type arc, or it's the more slice of life type genre that My Hero has as a sub-genre. But I do like seeing, like, how is it that these heroes to be can have a normal school life thing. So that's what I like about the Cultural Fest, and there's a lot more stuff about the Cultural Fest, but I will talk about that later on. So there is that. Next, well, we have her super moves, and well, she only has one, which was shown at the provisional license exam, called Acid Vial, and it's obviously her special move. By maximizing her acid's solubility and viscosity. I should have looked at these first before I started reading it. Mina creates gelatinous acid wall that blocks incoming projectiles. Mina's acid vial, or vial, or vial, I don't know, it's either one, was strong enough to block hardened balls which were stronger than concrete with ease. So we saw that at the provisional license exam when she protected Minetta, and I thought that the English dub did a good job at that, because she said, "Protect this perv," and then did her special move, so that was kind of funny. Next we have the battles that she has been in. Mina has actually only been in a few battles, so hopefully we'll get to see more from her. I'm hoping that now that the manga is somewhat back with Class 1A, that we get more we get more spotlights for some of the other class members. If not, I would like to see a, like, either day in the life or a couple of chapters with class 1B as the main, you know, people for a chapter or so. I would like to see that. I'm hoping soon Horikoshi, you know, implements that to where we get to see stuff going on with class 1B as well, because you kind of made the cast list from 20 to 40 plus all the villains and all that. So, you know, yeah, there's that. The battles that she has been in mostly was the UA Sports Festival arc, and this was when she was on Team Bakugo versus Monoma. They won that because of Bakugo, obviously. Then they had some. Then she was in the individual battles towards the end, and she versed Aoyama and beat him, and then she versed Tokoyami and lost. So that was her first loss, and then her second loss was with the final exam arc when she was teamed up with Kaminari against Principal Nezu. Which I thought was kind of funny, that you had an electric type Quirk and an acid type Quirk going up against a high spec principal. Why were they the ones to go up against the principal? I had no idea, but they lost that one. So that's pretty much been the battles. Next we have her stats. So her stats here are, well, power is a 3 out of 5, speed and cooperativeness are 4 out of 5s, technique is a 5 out of 5, and her intelligence is a 1 out of 5. Now we have seen this multiple times, that whenever Mina is teamed up with somebody, she can work well with them. She's very friendly, she's very energetic, and you know, very like hyper, I guess you could say. But she's like the, I would say she's kind of like the, what would it be, she's not the class clown, but like, you know, everybody likes her and they laugh at some of the stuff that she does. So it's, yeah, she's kind of, she's a funny character. Next, let's see, speed is a 4 out of 5. We know this because her, she can slide on her acid. So she can like ride it around like a wave and stuff. So I can see why her speed is very high. Her power is a 3 out of 5. I see this because 1, well, it's acid. And then 2, her super move. So that makes perfect sense. Technique is a 5 out of 5. I feel like that is pretty good to balance out her stats, because her stats kind of suck. In a way. I mean, I know her intelligence is pretty low, but that's because, you know, she had help from Momo and you know, she was in that little cram school that Momo was teaching. So there is that. Technique, like I said, 5 out of 5. It's great. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the stats. Now on to the rest of this long-ish video, probably one of the shortest ones here, but what can you do? So the first relationship she has is with Tsuyu Azui. They are often seen together and are great friends with each other. Tsuyu congratulated Mina for making it to the tournament part of the Sports Fest or whatever, even though she was angry about her own failure. Mina was shown to be amazed by Tsuyu's internship and called her time there cool. So that's pretty much it with her relationship with Tsuyu. They do seem to be good friends. Like I've said before in some of my other videos, most likely the female videos, is that all the girls in the class, they all talk to each other. They're all friendly, but some hang out, you know, with another than the other. So, but they all talk, because now that they're all in the dorms, they can actually all talk and hang out together a lot more now. So there's that. Next relationship she has is with Denki Kaminari. Now, like I said before, they were teamed up. Actually, here, let me just read this here. They are often seen together and are friends. They somewhat bonded due to them being the worst students in the class in the terms of grades, and they were partners during the exam during the training camp. So there's that. We don't really see that many interactions with some of the, like, we see some interactions with the boys and the girls of the class, and then sometimes we see a mix of, like, different groups, and, like, sometimes there's one girl in a group just talking to the guys, or there's, like, 2 or 3. So we see that a lot, which I do like that a lot because it adds more of, like I said, the slice of life aspect to my hero. So that's pretty much it. Next we have Hugo Youma. He seems to interact with her more than his other classmates. She often teases him about his stomach aches as a result of his quirk, and also managed to beat him with ease during the sports festival, like I said earlier. However, she did look apologetic when she saw he was dazed from her punching and knocking him out. A running gag is her interrupting him when he is arrogantly speaking about himself, often making him mad, which I agree. That is a good thing to do. You always have to interrupt him because there's nothing really going on. He just talks about being twinkly and sparkly and all this other stuff. So there's that. Next is Ochako Uraraka. And this is the last one before the long paragraph one, or the long two paragraphs and a sentence. So Ochako Uraraka, they are seen together several times and they appear to be good friends. Mina once teased Uraraka on having romantic feelings for a boy and attempted to find out who, but the embarrassed Uraraka stopped her. We saw this in, I think, what was this episode? It was the episode before the provisional license exam. I'm pretty sure it was that one episode before, where they were talking and Uraraka was spacing out, and then Mina said, oh, it's love. She's in love with somebody. And then she said, is it Midoriya or is it Ida? You always hang out with both of them, so which one is it? And what I thought was, after, Uraraka touched her face and she started floating and everything, she ended up floating over to the window and seeing Deku outside. So I was like, really, if the girls really wanted to confirm that, they could have looked outside, because she was floating there for like a good couple of minutes. So you would think that with her floating there and, like, all dazed and stuff, you would think that, oh yeah, why don't I just look out the window too and find out who is she looking at? Then you would have found out. Okay, so now here is the last relationship that she has, and probably the longest part of this video. It is Eiichiro Kirishima, my second favorite character and my friend Fernando's favorite character. Now, we have seen this multiple times between the both of them, that their interactions are friendly and they're friends, but we kind of see a relationship happening, and my friend Fernando, he's for Kirishima and Mina getting together, and I am too. I like the couples that are being somewhat shown in Class 1A, and I totally agree, and I guess I can do, I guess sometime after I'm done doing these character discussion videos, I will do the top 5 or whatever couples in Class 1A or something, and then, yeah, we can go with that. So let's get on to his 2-paragraph and a sentence thing here. So if I'm looking over here, it's because I'm reading the whole thing. I'm not gonna, I mean, I could move the camera, but let's just go with this. Okay, so Kirishima gets along well with Mina, despite not interacting with her as much as he does with some of the other classmates. The two collaborated together on Team Bakugo during the Sports Fest arc and seemed to work well together. It was revealed that the two went to the same middle school during their senior year. Afterwards, Kirishima witnessed Mina step in and solved an issue by getting the student in the... I think it was two... Yeah, I think they... Oh, no, that's different. Okay, getting a student and two bullies to break dance. I think I remember that part in the manga. Diffusing the situation and ending the issue. One of Kirishima's friends pointed out that Mina is very athletic, outgoing, strong, and eye-catching, while Kirishima and the others are pretty boring. Kirishima seems to admire Mina for this, but also begins to feel self-conscious of the fact that Mina is exciting and heroic. This is reinforced later when he attempts to stop a villain on the same day as the bullying incident, but his legs freeze up and Mina stops the villain instead. So that was the first paragraph. So let's go on with the second paragraph and the sentence, and then I will talk about my thoughts on this. So Kirishima later apologizes to Mina and her classmates for not being able to do anything to stop the villain. Eventually, he and Mina both take the UA entrance exam together and pass. On their first day of high school, Kirishima undergoes a complete appearance change, dyeing his hair red and spiking it up in a style that is inspired by Crimson Riot. It's at this moment that Kirishima vows to say goodbye to his pathetic old self to her, and swears that he's gonna be the kind of hero that never has any regrets. Let's say the past incident took a toll on Kirishima's self-confidence. The guilt was eating him alive. Mina realizes this, so she teases him and lightens the mood by poking him repeatedly and telling him not to overload himself with pressure. She shows concern for him in her own playful way. She asks him how he's going to move on and say goodbye to his old self if he's still pulling the same old gloomy face as before. Mina then smiles at Kirishima and tells him to tell her when he really does overcome his regrets from the past. Kirishima smiles back at her in agreement and apologizes. She is shown to express concern for him, checking to see if he's moved on from his past yet. Now, that paragraph and that sentence right there pretty much expresses the relationship between Kirishima and Ashido, and I will probably bring this up in Kirishima's video because I know that Mina Ashido is probably going to have the same-ish paragraph style thing for his video, so I will shorten that, obviously, because, you know, I had to read this one out because it is very important, because this is where we get to see more of the character development between not only Mina Ashido, but also Kirishima. We get to see a little bit of the past, and that they both went to the same middle school, and there were incidents that happened with bullying and a villain, and Kirishima couldn't do anything. He just froze up. So it's a big character development for Kirishima, and I guess Ashido as well, because she's concerned for him and she's checking on him, and she's teasing him a little bit, but it's all fun in games, really. So, and that's where they get the relationship type thing for them, and I'm all for it. Like I said before, I'm all for it. So there's that. So let me get on to the part of this video where, why is Mina Ashido my 7th favorite character? Well, obviously she's one of the few girls that are in the class, but also her quirk is, I mean, sure, it's kind of generic, it's acid, but the way that she uses it is different than I thought it was going to be, and the way that she's so energetic and enthusiastic and all this other stuff, she's just a fun character to be around, and that pretty much put her pretty high up on my list to begin with. And then when I found out that there was a little you know, a few things here and there with her and Kirishima, I thought, well, maybe, you know, I could bring her up a little bit. And so that is why she is my 7th favorite character, and hopefully you guys did enjoy my reasoning on that, and if you did, well, there's that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button, leave some comments down below. Is Mina one of your favorite characters? Is she gonna grow on you? Do you think her super moves are gonna be more, I guess, range worthy or something? I don't know. Is she going to become a range type character as well, since she can shoot out acid? Yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next My Hero Academia character discussion video. And I'm pretty sure the next one is, I should do this, but I'm not. The next one is Tokoyami. So get ready for that on Wednesday. Tokoyami is going to be the next character discussion video. So stay tuned for that one. So I'm Trevor Plays, and bye guys, and see you next time. Tell me pretty lies.